Hello, everybody. Y'all know who this is, and it's been a long time. But just in case for any new subscribers and for my new subscribers coming, my name is Justice Leah Smith Riley, and this is my YouTube channel. So, in this video, basically, I'm going to be talking about a cartoon breakdown. My cartoon breakdown. Basically, I'm just going to be answering a handful of questions about cartoons. So, on my Instagram account, I have a personal Instagram account, and then I have a memes page, basically. And on my memes page, I post on Mondays for now. I started this up. On Mondays, I'm going to post my meme, and then it's going to be 2 slides at least. And on my next slide, after my first meme slide, we'll have a hint for the up-and-coming video. My videos are on Tuesdays for the first about 6 weeks. And then after that, I'm going to do one more video, add on. But for now, they're going to always be Tuesdays. And then eventually I'll add that Saturday video. And then later on, even Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. But for right now and for a good while, it's just Tuesdays. And on Mondays, I post my meme and I post my hints. Later on, I will start my TikTok up, and I will do that. That's really more for just kind of positive information, positivity, I'll try something new, just a little bit. Maybe I'll say some inspirational stuff. It doesn't really have anything to do with memes, but for my personal side, which I have for my previous YouTube videos, all my personal stuff that I did, back then will be more like towards my TikTok short. I may do like a couple of, parts. That'll be more me than the actual topics like YouTube, like my longer videos. My other goal is to stay within the 30 to like 40 minute range at most. I prefer eventually to be under 30 minutes, because I notice after a while people don't stay extremely intrigued until other bigger topics. Then you will see the hour and stuff, but those are like whole movies. Those are like, projects, that's other people, stuff like that. But for right now, we're going to try to do 30 to 40 minutes. That's the goal. Now, since I told you about my personal things and all of that, I will, let's go ahead and get started. So, my picture for Instagram that I drew for my cartoon breakdown was this. Plank from Edit and Eddie. So, it's basically cartoon. And then it's a breakdown. So, it's like Plank, and then I drew like cracks and stuff like that. So, it's breaking down. I just thought that'd be simple. That popped up in my head. And basically the reason why I chose Edit and Eddie is because Edit and Eddie is my favorite cartoon. In my last video, my favorite nostalgia cartoons is on, up on here, YouTube. I tell you, basically Edit and Eddie is my favorite. And I tell you the reasons for my top 5 and all that stuff. So, here are my 5 questions. My first one is, to tell y'all, basically it's this. Why is Ed and Eddie my favorite cartoon? Not to be too long on this, but I put this one first because it's simple. Ed and Eddie has basically all of the qualities of a show that I like. I like the slice of life that it gives you. I like kind of the tween-like feel that it gives you, teenage tween and all that age feel. I like the simple kind of like dry humor. I like the semi-realistic because it's people, it's not really animals. Kids in a neighborhood, they're going to have these crazy imaginations, so it's semi-realistic. I like that a lot. I like the dry humor. I like the kind of slapstick that they do every once in a while. They like flipping in there. I watched it with my brother. I was born in 2000, so this was on from 1999 to 2009. So it went 10 years with a movie and 4 specials. Basically, I watched every episode, watched every movie, watch the movie and watch the 4 specials. Literally, it's sit down show. You can literally have it in the background. I'm literally laughing. I don't even have to watch the screen. I like the voice acting a lot in there, especially literally the main character, Eddie. I really like WD's voice acting. I like Nas. Like, I like a lot of the characters. Kevin's voice, I like them a lot. They're very strong. The animation is pretty cool. It's not over the top, like really complicated. It gives you that 90s and 2000s like feel of the simpler times. Like, they're already starting like things like cell animation and stuff like that. That's definitely already been started, you know, at some point, but like you can tell. But it was still more of a classic spin to it, you know, and it wasn't like solidly guaranteed like that, you know, definitely. So I really like it just all around. I can go on and tell you jokes and things, little episodes like that, but those are like the basic breakdowns of why I like it. Here's question 2. Why do I like cartoons so much? Honestly, I like cartoons a lot, even though I'm a woman in my 20s. I like cartoons because it's entertaining, you know, it's like innocent, you know, it's something everybody can pull around and, you know, sit around and watch. I don't have to be afraid that there's going to be some intimate scenes with the children around, or I don't have to be afraid of this, that, and the other. The comedy, you know, I feel like adult like humor, you have to grow into it. But like kids humor, even when you're an adult, you're still gonna like, you get it. So it's there, honestly. I like the whole entire idea of voice acting. I like looking at the drawings. Even now that it's, you know, more digital and stuff like that, it still takes a lot of effort to do it. You still have to trace, you still have to practice, you have to redo, undo. You have to have multiple people working together, and a lot more people, honestly, now, more tentacles. It's a very talented, you know, work of art, cartoons, honestly, all around, from every genre of it. What you hear, what you see, what the writing is, can be funny. You can learn from it, honestly. There's always a lesson almost in every episode, even if it's the simplest lessons like being friendly and forgiving and stuff like that. It really works, you know. I like cartoons a lot, and it displays that, and it's simple and realistic for the kids, I believe. Now, my third question is, what should you not expect from cartoons? You should not expect cartoons to raise your children. I know that sounds silly to say. You should not expect cartoons to be the answers to literally, you know, your life's problems. You should not expect cartoons to have a completely realistic view. Now, when I say you should not expect cartoons to have a completely realistic view, there's definite lessons. They go off of the things of the time. You'll see, whether it's things like cell phones, or you'll see events like tragic events like 9/11, or good events like when we win something in Olympics, or this, that, and the other. You'll see that, but it's from a fictional view, you know, most times. Or it's, you know, there's a lot of extra elements, or take out realistic elements. You should not expect it to raise your kids, because some people will plop on the television for the kids, or the little tablet, or even the phone, and expect this to be it. And that's not the way it is. So you should not expect cartoons to do any of that. You know, I'm not pointing at any particular person. I think it's a mistake of many, you know. Heck, I'll probably even make the mistake and throwing on the television too much for my kids one day. But I pray to God, honestly, I just, you know, take on these lessons and continue them. But I'm not perfect. So, you know. My fourth question is, what do I not like about cartoons? Honestly, it just depends on series to series. If they get a message wrong, you know, I know it kind of defeats like what I said earlier about how you're not supposed to teach you, but the things that they do strive for, and the things that they do go out of their way to answer and solve, I think if they get it wrong, they stereotype, they're disrespectful, they're forgetful of things, those are things I don't prefer of. But honestly, cartoons and shows and any is made by humans. So the idea of that happening is honestly plausible. You know, it's not right, but it is completely possible. So that's what I don't like about cartoons. But honestly, you can probably say that with any shoe of entertainment, you know. And actually, this is my last question, y'all. But my last question is, what is my favorite thing about cartoons? Honestly, it's the creativity. It really is. There's all sorts of creativity. You get all sorts of people with all sorts of either degrees or talents and experience, you know, basically with any of them. And You get them all together, you get like minds, you get different people, different backgrounds, different ages, you know, all that stuff. And you get them all together and you say, hey, make something fun, make something entertaining. It's not like, it's not solely to make it the smartest thing or to make it the prettiest thing. You say just make people laugh, make somebody like have a good time for 30 minutes, make somebody have a good time for 45 minutes, an hour, make somebody have a good time for 15 minutes or less. That's what I like about cartoons. It's the idea, it's the creativity that people are allowed to have, you know. And it's adults doing cartoons. It's adults who are, not all the time, but doing the voice acting and the drawing and writing down the scripts and editing and detailing all sorts of things. It's adults doing that. So it shows that adults can be entertained and should be informed about cartoons, you know. Because it is nice and it's a blessing and I'm very appreciative of it, you know. Actually, everybody, that is all 5 of my questions, and I am already finished under, you know, a certain amount of time. We definitely got under 30 minutes, but I just wanted to say, you know, for my channel, we will be doing my YouTube videos based off of a few main things. My YouTube channel will be based off of 3 C's. It will be off
cartoons, cooking, and courage. Cartoons basically will be any form of animation, you know, animes, teen cartoons, little bitty kid cartoons. Eventually we'll do quick series that already ended, series that are like, you know, still going, all sorts of stuff. We'll do movies, animated movies. Basically, that's my view. Cooking will come in about 6 or so weeks when I finish the series of Just Tuesday videos. When I start to add on, a few weeks after that or so, give or take, we will start cooking videos. I have a schedule up basically all the way till Halloween so far. We're gonna incorporate cooking, and I think we'll have 2 in a row, and then within like the weeks, yes, we'll have like 2 in a row, and then we'll try to do an every other week. That's what our goal is, how I have it. Cooking, I honestly just picked about the time of what I'm gonna do. It's not really, you know, it's just cooking, and on my cooking, it's gonna kind of come into like courage. I'm gonna be telling you my personal things, not everything, of course, like anybody else, but I'll tell you like, oh, this is the event that's happening. So I still have that twist of my original idea of YouTube, keeping it personal, but it's not necessarily like mainly that, you know. I'm trying to keep a theme, and I really like cooking, but cooking is not my number one thing. So I prefer to just have it and kind of just mix it in, you know, later on. But we got to get things a little bit, you know, I'm a believer in doing things decently in order. And for me to buy onto something like that when I don't have this all the way there, it wouldn't make any sense. So it's a good ways in. It is coming though. I do have it on the schedule. We will be seeing cooking, whether it's me just telling you how I made it, whether it's me actually showing you how I'm stirring it, whether it's me just, you know, showing you around it being in the oven, or how I decorate something, if it's a cake, something like that. Whether different parts of cooking, I'll tell you how it is, I'll tell you the name and this, that, and the other, and I'll show you it in the cookbook. So basically that's how that goes for that, but that's going to be later on. But for right now, I do want to say thank you all for watching from on my YouTube channel. I want to say I love you all, and God bless you all in Jesus Christ's name. And thank you so much for honestly watching. And I am very beyond blessed to not only be alive, not only be able to do things that I need, but to do things that I want to. And I cannot take any of that for granted, you know. So please continue to do what you're supposed to do, and it's gonna work out. And I am a believer in, if it's not working, if it's bad, then it's clearly not the end of a situation, because good comes at the end of it. At minimum, good comes at the end. There's going to be good throughout, I believe, but at absolute minimum, good will be in the end. So that's one thing you can look forward to
if not more, which it is more, but I know that at least. So, thank you so much for watching, y'all.